Good. It's been such a weird year with the draft. Obviously, it was supposed to be in June, then it was October, then November. What was that like for you having the draft move so much? Like, did you have a suit, ready to go in June, or will you have to wait to get your suit? And how have you handled kind of the workouts with everything being pushed back?
Yeah, yeah. I haven't really been through this experience before. This is all new to me. So, really, for me, this is normal for me. It's weird that dates continuing to move and shift, but I'm just taking the process day by day, focusing in, not. Taking advantage of the time. I think is the biggest thing. Just had a lot of time off, working hard, getting stronger. I think that those are the biggest things I've been doing.
Just with the suit, did you have a suit ready to go in June, or are you waiting to get that?
I know, still waiting to get that.
And just if I could follow up, we don't know when the next NBA season will start. It sounds like it'll be at least January. What's that like dealing with the uncertainty of not even knowing when the season will begin?
Yeah, I think that the important thing is to continue to maintain the structure that I have in place. Uh, Whenever the season starts, I'm going to be ready. I'm just going to continue to work hard and take advantage of every day that we have. Um, I'm not too worried about that. I'm not going to look too far ahead. I just want to keep focusing and making sure that I make the most of every day.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Next question is from Dwayne Rankin. Dwayne, go ahead.
Thanks, really, Mark. Obviously, with you and looking at the obvious connection with DeAndre Ayton, obviously here with the Suns, have you guys talk? Has he talked to you about the league? Do you guys have any kind of relationship? And then two, has Phoenix reached out to you and talked with you going into this unique draft process?
I'm sorry. What was the last question?
Has Phoenix reached out to you? The Suns reached out to you in this such a unique draft process?
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really spoke with DeAndre Ayton a whole lot. I don't really have a contact. I haven't really talked to him. The alumni I have talked to and who has talked to us as a team at Arizona was Andre Iguodala, and so he's talked to us a little bit about what it takes to be a pro and things like that. But I have talked with Phoenix. We did an interview, and I think that was a good interview. I think it went well, but other than that, I haven't really had a whole lot of contact with them.
Next question from Casey Johnson.
Thanks, Mark. Zeke, I'm curious what went into your decision to leave early, and also name some of the other teams that you've interviewed with besides Phoenix.
Yeah, so the reason I left was basically this is what I wanted to do all my life. When I was a kid, this is what I've been dreaming about since as long as I can remember. Playing outside my driveway, getting shots up. I've always dreamed about going to the NBA, and now that after I had a great season at Arizona, it didn't end the way I wanted it to, that anyone wanted it to, but I had a great season individually, got a lot of different awards, and I thought it was a great time to leave. Played well, and I think that I'm ready for the NBA, and I'm ready to play at the highest level.
And then following.
Go ahead, Casey.
Just following up, who else, maybe some of the other teams, Zeke, that you've interviewed with besides Phoenix?
Yeah, I've interviewed with a lot of teams. I think about 22 teams I've interviewed with. I don't really know all of them off the top of my head. It's kind of a lot, but it's up there though.
Thank you.
Next question from Bruce Pasco.
Hey, Zeke, just wondering, just with the basics, sort of, where are you, and are you going to go through all the testing and do the pro day stuff that they're talking about? I know some guys are opting out of some of that stuff. I didn't know kind of what you're planning to get out of this kind of combine experience.
Yeah, I'm in Las Vegas right now. I'm training with Joe Abunassar. I've been here basically ever since season ended. And it's been great here. Definitely gotten a lot better through my time being here. Shooting the ball really well. Just overall, my body feels great. I'm at 245 right now, feeling great. But yeah, I'm gonna participate in all the combine things, the measurements, the drills, everything like that. I'm gonna be a part of.
Okay, it's because it said on there something like some of the drills and testing you might do at the site of the nearest NBA team. I didn't know if you were going to be in Minnesota or Vegas. Where would you go, or are you planning to go back to Minnesota at some point, or might you go to LA or something, or how would that work out?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to my agent. And we'll figure that out. Not 100% sure yet.
Okay. And as far as the team interviews, since you've already talked to 22, do you anticipate talking to more or some of the same teams through this combine process, or what's that like? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think whatever my agent sets up, I'm gonna go by his lead. I guess we just gotta see what happens.
Okay, thanks.
Next question from Jace Frederick.
Hey, Zeke, obviously this is a different draft process. Having other guys in your draft who you know well, like you played with Tyrell Terry for, growing up and obviously in the same conference, like how much does that help being able to communicate back and forth with guys like that you've had such long relationships with?
Yeah, I think it's great having familiar faces around, knowing that you're not the only one going through this weird time. I've been talking to him a lot, just asking how he's holding up, how things are going, and even Josh and Nico as well, just really maintaining connection with them and a relationship with them. Everyone just finds this whole situation so weird. I really think this is really unprecedented times, but we just got to make the most of it, and we're all working our butts off to get better and be ready.
Have you used this added time to aid in your development at all? Like turned it into a positive, just having I guess more extra time to work on your game as far as an off season goes than you'll probably ever have again?
100%. Yeah. This is basically like the off season that we have. We've had about like 5-6 months to get better, and that's a lot of time. And if you don't use this time to your advantage, you have to be crazy not to. So I know it's a horrible situation that we're in right now, but I'm also thankful for this time that we have off because I'm using it to get better every single day. I'm gonna hit my ceiling for sure. I've had a lot of time to get better, and I'm just continuing to work.
Next question from Peter Bont. Go ahead, Peter. All right, let's try Aaron Rose.
Hey, Zeke, thanks for doing this. As a Raptors reporter, have you spoken to the Raptors? They've been a team that's kind of looked into guys like yourself before, and I'm wondering if you've spoken to them.
Yeah, I've talked to them.
How'd that go?
Yeah, it went well. It was a great interview. They've been talking to my agent as well. Well, I haven't made really a whole lot of communication with them myself personally.
Are there guys around the league that you look up to or you compare yourself to, guys you kind of grew up idolizing?
I wouldn't say that there's a single guy that I look up to. I try to take the good in different players' games and make my game and emulate them. I wouldn't say that there's a specific player that I model my game around.
Sure, thank you.
Let's try Peter again.
Sorry, I was having a mic problem. Hey, Zeke, I know you said 22 teams, but I work for the New York Post, so I want to ask you specifically about the Knicks. Have you met with them or spoken to them, and was that before or after Tom Thibodeau was hired as coach?
Yeah, I did talk with them. That was one of my early interviews, and I talked before Tom Thibodeau was actually hired as their coach. So yeah, they were definitely one of the earlier ones.
Okay.
Follow-up question from Dwayne Rankin.
Thank you. And you may have already been asked this, so excuse me if you have. What are things you feel like you can bring right away to an NBA team?
Yeah, I think I bring a lot. I think I'm a very coachable person, player, a very big competitor, someone who works hard every single day, someone who's tenacious, someone rebounding on both ends of the floor, someone who can run the floor well, someone who can switch on pick and rolls, be able to guard guards in those situations, stretch the floor, pick and pop, pick and roll, take advantage of mismatches. I'm 6'11", but I'm still mobile. I'm still agile to be able to stay in front of smaller, shorter guys. Take advantage of mismatches. If I got a smaller guy on me, post him up. If I got a bigger guy on me, use my quickness to beat him. So I think that those are the things that I'll be able to bring to the table.
Again, if you have a question, please raise your hand, but our next one will come from Sam Purley.
Zeke, thanks for joining us. I know you mentioned you've met with a lot of teams. I know you're getting this question a lot. Have you met with Charlotte? And if so, how do you see yourself potentially fitting in with kind of a younger team that has mentioned this offseason they are looking to add size and rim protection?
Yeah. I met with them. They're one of my first interviews. That was a very great interview. I think they really liked me. I think the interview went very well. And they've been talking to my agent. I think that they definitely like me a lot.
I think Bruce Pasco again. Bruce, you have another question?
Yeah, Zeke, when you talked about what you've been working on, anything specifically that maybe you spent the most time on in your game, and particularly wondering if there's something different than what you did here at Arizona, parts of the game that that maybe you're going to need more in the NBA, that kind of thing, since you've had so much time, like you said?
Yeah, I've been lifting a lot, getting stronger, doing a lot in the weight room, and I feel stronger than ever. I feel a lot quicker, like in terms of lateral quickness, feel a lot quicker laterally than ever. But I think the biggest thing that I've been working on is my shooting. I think I'm shooting the ball extremely well from three, from mid-range, from everywhere on the court. I think I'm shooting the ball extremely well. And I think teams are going to be shocked when they're able to see me how I shoot the ball. They're definitely going to be pleasantly surprised.
So you've been in Vegas how long now? And I think Josh Green you mentioned keep in touch with him. He's been up there too. Has he worked out with you at all? Are you guys hung out at all or anything too, or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in Vegas since like May, around that time. But yeah, I mean, Josh came out here a little bit after me, and yeah, we've definitely been hanging out a lot. We work out together too. Not every time, but we work out together sometimes, and it's great to have a familiar face here, someone that I play with. Just it's just great to be around someone that I know.
And finally, just wondering when you are working out with at Abenstar's place, how has that gone with like any COVID restrictions or anything you got to go through, or distancing, masks, any of that kind of stuff, or is it like normal when you're working out?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of contact when we're playing. When we're working out, people wearing masks, distancing, using a lot of hand sanitizer, just staying safe, taking all the right precautions while we're working out.
Thanks.
Zeke, that is all the questions I have for you today. I appreciate you.